People often argue over Android versus iPhones. But the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour. Guess who wins? We will let you decide. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
If being a manslut was a podcast, it would be Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Now for something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and Facet. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Oh, yeah. This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. You can always call the show at 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Now, if you're listening on Podcast Radio US or Z Radio Live, and this is your first time listening, hi, my name is Ryan Hoppe, and this is my award-winning, nationally syndicated circus. You never know what I'll talk about. 1 second, I could be talking about Rob Schneider being a deadbeat dad, or I could be talking about Kurt Busch getting a DUI. But like I say, this show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the US or the UK. As long as you're listening to my voice, that's all that matters. Now, let's rip into that homophobic, transphobic, piece of garbage, deadbeat father, unfunny hack known as Rob Schneider. Only on Hoppe Hour.
Wow! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Rob Schneider responds to Elle King's toxic father accusations.
I wish I was the father in my 20s that you needed.
Rob? Yeah, a little too late now. Maybe making a video, but not actually just calling her is the wrong move. Maybe you should call her and reach out to her and not make it about you, because she recently went on Bunny XO's Dumb Blonde podcast, perfectly named, and she talked about how she doesn't get along with him. And making a video in public makes you look worse. It shows the narcissism that you don't like that your good guy, religious person image is a little shot. Mm-hmm.
I wish I was the father in my 20s that you needed.
Rob Schneider is responding to his daughter Elle King's accusations. Days after the 35-year-old called out her famous father.
She is so beautiful in like kind of a trashy way. Mm-hmm.
Referring to him as, quote, toxic, Rob now sits down for an interview with Tucker Carlson where he reflects on Elle's comments and apologizes for his parenting.
Here's how this interview is going to go. Hi, my name is Tucker Carlson, and everything I say sounds very disingenuous and fake. But all my incel fans love me.
I hate to start with this, but I read.
Yeah, hate to start with this. You know that's not his real voice. Mm-hmm.
Start with this, but I read what looked like a family tragedy playing out in the news. Your daughter going after you in
It's
public.
fun being a parent, isn't it?
What an asswipe. Fun being a parent. Maybe if you were present in your 20s, like you said in that video, maybe this wouldn't be happening. There's nothing funny about Rob Schneider. Yeah, there's people that probably thought he was kind of funny in the 90s, but you're never in a group discussion with somebody reflecting on movies from back in the day, and you're like, oh my God, the animal's so funny.
Can be hard. What was that?
Well, I want to just tell my daughter, Elle, I love you. And
yeah, now you're saying it to Tucker Carlson. You want to look good in front of your hero.
I wish I was the father in my 20s that you needed.
Yeah, a little too late now. Going on Tucker's show after just saying the passive aggressive, isn't being a parent the best? No, every good parent says that being a parent is the best and you love your kids even if they're different. Oh, that's right. You're a narcissist and you're a Fox News regular, so you're a little brain dead from being around propaganda.
And clearly I wasn't. And I hope you can forgive me for my
we forgive you. We just don't think you're funny.
Shortcomings. I love you completely. I love you entirely.
Now, why do you hate gay people? It's because you're secretly gay and it drives you nuts that they all live their life open. And you're like, I have to be religious and believe in the fictional Bible.
And I just want you to be well and happy with you and your beautiful baby, Lucky. I wish you the best.
This is the chance to say, I would love to be a grandpa and show your kid, Lucky, all the parenting skills I should have shown you. Is he going to say that?
I feel terrible, and I just want you to know that I don't take anything you say personally.
Very passive aggressive. Why would she care if you take it personally or not? That's the narcissism that we're all thinking about Rob Schneider. We're all wondering how he took the truth. You're a coward. You're not funny. What was that show called? Real Rob or whatever? That show that was kind of like Aziz Ansari's show on Netflix. It wasn't funny. You get gigs because you're talented enough, but you're nobody's favorite actor unless you're like some weird religious person that loves these on Fox News and Tucker Carlson grifting all over the world.
Rob's apology comes after Elle King appeared on the August 12th episode of the Dumb Blonde podcast, where she detailed growing up with a famous father and the difficulties that came with it.
I was like a really, really heavy child. My dad
sent
me to fat camp. And then I got in trouble one year because I sprained my ankle and I didn't lose any weight. Very toxic and very silly.
And outside of her trips to the weight loss camp, she notes she often spent time with him on a movie set.
If I would ever spend a summer with my dad, it would be on a movie set. I would just get lost in the shuffle. If I ever messed up a shot, if I ever was talking, like I would get in f***ing trouble.
Did you ever feel like you guys could connect, or it was just more of like...
Not till I was much, much older.
As for Elle's current relationship with Rob, she says it's basically non-existent.
That's probably for the best. You should be grateful that your relationship is non-existent. He sounds like a deadbeat piece of crap. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This dumb blonde Bunny XO podcast, she went from being famous for being on OnlyFans and being naughty on OnlyFans and being married to Jelly Roll and supporting him until he got famous and rich. Now she's having all the big names on. Bunny XO interviewed Machine Gun Kelly.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Machine Gun Kelly reveals his dad stood trial at age 9 for father's murder. Maybe they should call this show Daddy Issues with Bunny XO.
You know, my father was on trial for a murder at 9 years old.
Machine Gun Kelly opens up about some traumatic family history. The musician, who now goes by MGK, sits down for the August 5th episode of Bunny XO's Dumb Blonde podcast, where he dives into his family's generational trauma stemming from when his dad stood trial for the murder of his own father at age 9.
And the story that was told to me was always that, you know, their dad dropped the gun and his head essentially blew off. And so that all happened in the room with my dad at 9 years old. And so him and my grandmother were tried for the murder. They were both acquitted.
That is the most Ohio thing I've ever heard.
And older, he understands how the incident impacted his father long term.
I always used to get so mad at him when I was a kid because if I scared him or he heard a loud boom or a loud noise, he would freak out. Like gnarly freak out. And I would be like, you're supposed to be a man, dude. Like,
wow. Now you're the one with pink hair. Not saying you can't be manly with pink hair, but funny how that works. You're projecting.
Why are you acting like this? And we would, it made me hate him. Mm-hmm. And then you sit there and you think about a kid who was on trial at 9 years old for the murder of his father.
He also shares insight into how his father's traumatic experience was passed on to him.
I've projected myself to be somebody who has the stamina to endure things that come with fame and criticism and hate, because I fought back with all those traumas by becoming what I always wanted my dad to be, which was like tough. And
wow, sounds like you're talking about yourself, that you wish you were tough. 856-49-HOPPY. Speaking of weird parents, Simone Biles' biological mother wants to reconcile. I would like to make amends. It says here from TMZ, Simone Biles' biological mom is ready to meet the Olympic hero face-to-face, saying she decided after decades of being out of her life, she wants to make things right. Oh, of course you do. Your daughter is an American hero and one of the greatest Olympians ever. You weren't around for the past, but now that she's considered one of the greatest and married to an NFL player and making money and got sponsors, now you want to show up, you deadbeat. When Biles was a toddler, she was placed in foster care as her mom, Shannon, battled drug and alcohol addiction. Simone's maternal grandparents, Ron and Nellie, stepped in and adopted her in 2001, and her sister, Adria, in 2003, rather. Shannon said in a recent interview she'd like to make up for lost time, but is leaving up to Simone and Adria to set it up. That's that thing that gaslighting narcissistic parents do. Like, that's what Rob Schneider did, speaking out about his kid. I mean, I know she spoke out first, but that thing where they kind of like try to act like victims, so like, I'm waiting for them to set it up. If you truly loved your kid, you would understand that you don't need to ever see them again because you traumatized them. Mm-hmm. She goes on to say, I speak to Adria more than I speak to Simone. I would just ask her to forgive me. Can we move forward? Don't judge me on my past. Let's move forward. She goes on to say, I'm waiting for the opportunity, but I'm waiting on her to be able to come to see me. Let's sit down. I just have to be patient. Despite their broken relationship, Shannon says she tuned into the gymnastics career from a distance. In fact, she even threw a party at her Columbus house after Simone won her 7th medal at the Paris Olympics. Yeah, that's a little toxic. Mm-hmm. Again, you didn't care about your kid. I know you had an alcohol and drinking problem, but you're a grown adult and you should be responsible for it. You didn't really care about it then. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to bow down to you. Oh, you got sober, you got clean. It's up to Simone and Adria if they ever want to see you again. And guess what? If they don't want to see you again, that's fine. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. I said J because I'm looking at this headline here. J.D. Vance, when you're done having kids, raise your grandkids. Post-menopausal purpose. No, your post-menopausal purpose for a woman is to relax until you're going to be dead soon. This J.D. Vance guy, I really wonder what type of father he's like. Because he's doing that thing where he's projecting family values. Da-da-da. I wouldn't be surprised if he either A, has gay sex, or B, is a deadbeat father. A lot of these Republicans, and I'm not political, so I don't care, but a lot of these people that lean on one side, they get so weird. It's like, why do you care what a woman does? Mm-hmm. Just being honest, JD. You're freaking everybody out. He doesn't seem like he'd be fun at parties. Like, I can't imagine going to a party with J.D. Vance and being like, oh, you're a bundle of fun. I can't imagine J.D. Vance throwing a party. He probably just hates on women the whole time and goes, this is a non-woke party. I can imagine that word is said 100 times at J.D. Vance's house during a party. This is not a woke party. We're not woke here. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm loading up this clip right here on Hoppe Hour. This is J.D. Vance talking about grandparents. Mm-hmm.
And you can sort of see the effect it has on him to be around them. Like, they spoil him. There's sort of all the classic stuff that grandparents do to grandchildren. But it makes him a much better human being.
Why can't he just be a good human being because he's old and lived a good life?
To have exposure to his grandparents.
Well, I don't know.
And the evidence on this, by the way, is like super clear.
That's the whole purpose of the postmenopausal female. It's
so weird how they care what a female does. I don't get it. You're basing it off of some book, I believe, that you hope is true. It's called having faith, not facts. Nobody has facts that God's real. Nobody has facts that this mindset is real. It's all faith and opinions. What I say is an opinion, even though it's true.
Theory. Did your in-laws, and particularly your mother-in-law, show up in some huge way?
She lived with us for a year.
Right.
So,
So I didn't know the answer.
That had to be awkward.
Answer to that.
Right. No,
because that's this weird unadvertised feature of marrying an Indian woman.
No, it's in some ways the most transgressive thing I've ever done again.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have sex, and she's in the other room going, "What's for dinner?"
It's sort of the hyper neoliberal approach to work and family. My wife had this baby 7 weeks before.
Everything's liberal to Republicans. Liberal, 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 liberal.
The hyper neoliberal approach to work and family.
What the hell's a neoliberal?
My wife had this baby 7 weeks before she started the clerkship. It was still not sleeping any more than an hour and a half in a given interval.
Oh, that sounds delightful. Why don't women want to have kids, JD, getting an hour and a half of sleep and then going to a new job? Oh, it sounds amazing.
And her mom just took a sabbatical. She's a biology professor in California. Just took a sabbatical for a year and came and lived with us and took
she did
care of our kid for a year.
Okay,
and it was just one of these things where it's like this is what you do.
So biology professor, PhD.
Yes.
All the Republicans, they talk proper, but they talk so like every word is the gospel.
Drops what they're doing.
Yeah.
To immediately tend to the needs of a new mother with her infant.
Painfully economically inefficient. Right?
Can I?
Whatever. Could you imagine if Trump died in office and we had that maniac? It's scaring me. It drives everybody I know nuts that I'm not voting, but I am so not voting for Kamala, whatever her dumb name is. I saw that cute little black kid that interviews all the NFL players.
My kids.
Not this. I have so many windows open that the clips will just begin playing. Anywho. So here's what happens, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I saw that cute little black kid that does all the interviews with the NFL players. I saw that he interviewed Kamala, and I was like, I watched a little bit of it, and you can definitely tell she's never had kids. She's very cringe. I decided not to play it on this show because I didn't feel like making fun of a kid. It might come off a little insensitive if I make fun of a kid's interview with Kamala. Just being honest, just being real. We have talked for 18 minutes. So, we are syndicated on podcast radio and Z Radio Live. ZRadioLive.com airs the show every Thursday at 5 p.m. East Coast time. It's on all the streaming platforms by searching Z Radio Live. But podcast radio airs portions of my show. So for the first 2 months of, I would say, Hoppe Hour 9.0, when I was doing 10-minute segments, playing a song, they're not really airing like the 10-minute segments, which is completely fine. They're airing the best content. So I'm going back to talking for 19 minutes like I did in FM radio. And then I'm playing a song. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So we're going to take a quick break. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working, average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or the U.K., As long as you're listening to my show, that's all that matters. If you're listening on the radio, don't touch that radio dial. If you're listening via a podcasting platform, keep listening after you search HOPPE radio. We will be right back on Hoppe Hour after this. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back. Okay,
Alrighty. If you don't feel like listening to this song, you can skip forward 4 minutes and 35 seconds. But here is How We Roll, featuring Ambassador, Lil Hell, Crazy, and Hit 'em Up Hustlers.
We roll. Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
Yeah. You know the motherfucking name. I ain't trying to explain. You new to the game. You niggas that get too to the brain. We got a level of honor that we're trying to contain. If you ain't hitting them up, then you get blew out the frame. Yo, it's like that. I dare any one of you kids to fight back. I'm ambassador and you get it straight through your nightcap. The night that we get together, sit here and plot. Right rhyme that's gon' send us straight to the top. Anonymous, that's my clique, already hot. You talk shit, but you don't really want us to stop. Spit rhyme that'll make both of your ears pop. We hit 'em up, hustler niggas, we fear not. You act tough, but I done seen the tear drop. We be the ones making the tape your friends cop. Give props, you like it, show love. Anonymous, we make hits, that's for the thugs.
Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
Like the realest of the illest, we be rolling like the blunts you smoke. It ain't no joke, Little to Hell came to let y'all know. It ain't no thing, hit them up with this down south shit. Flip the switch, getting rich with the wigs I split. It's now or never as a hustler, I'm trying to get mine. Stay on the grind with the rhyme, cause Little Hell ain't dying. I'm in the game stacking points, I'm getting my props. I can't be knocked, can't be stopped, got the industry locked. I'm on my turf, kicking dirt, it's a bust, I dust. Another rapper as I bust, putting a hush on fuss. Just like a gimmick, ain't no limit. We trying to get paid, and for the suckers that be hating, we be coming like rain. You better run, ain't no fun when we killing your spirit. I know you fear it when it's hell, you don't wanna come near it. So back on up, you ain't tough, I'm the realest in this. I hit 'em up, call your bluff with this down south shit.
Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll. This is how we roll.
Shit, more wet for everybody. Compliments of my niggas who figured we be sweated by so many gold diggers. Them hoes could never iggas on my niggas like critters catching the jiggers when they see them real hit 'em up hitters. Iced out like the top of Mount Everest. Cheddar jets stand out on my niggas like Superman's letter S. We them real killers, 30-round clip fillers. Only conversate with family, Mercedes and Bentley dealers. Protected like the Pope, smoking rounds like dope. There's only one, hit 'em up, you better test the coke. Changing whips with the years, staying higher than NASA. Platinum links you would think got more ice than Alaska. All them hoes wanna see how many G's we have. Every nigga that I'm with tote more G's than crab. Shit, we fall off in the club, never pat it down. LG and Rock G tote automatics now. Separated from you busters, hooked up with them hustlers. Now we collect the money plates like them ushers. Nigga had to come up out the hood, man. Didn't always have a Land Cruiser with the wood grain. Shit, my kids got power wheels with the chrome rims. My pick got gold teeth and its own Timbs. Man, we got that mad money, blow up the pad money. That Johnny Cochran get you out of something bad money. That hard to add money, make your pocket sag money. That record bins, leave it there, copper jag money. Big E, dirty short, natural and jit. Teddy Corpse, Mr. Chuck, my nigga Loke and Quick. T-Town representatives, making it happen. A lot of money to be made and we making it rapping. But if it ever went down, we be taking it clapping. Ain't no cowards in my squad, niggas down for scrapping. We them.
Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll. This is how we roll. Hit 'em up hustlers. This is how we roll.
Got it.
This is how we roll.
I think it's how they roll. Yeah.
This is how we roll.
We heard you.
How we roll.
We know. I think it's how they roll, right? Ah, classic. From Tampa Bay, Florida, 1999. A quarter century. Alrighty. Absolutely, positively, enough of that.
Happy Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by Mitra 9, Kava and Kratom, mitra-9.com. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe, to save 20%. Are you looking for an alternative to alcohol? Kava and Kratom is the way to go. But you got to go to mitra-9.com, mitra-9.com. And like I said, at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe. Also, this is being brought to you by DZ BZ Honey at dzbzhoney.com. The best Delta 8 CBD honey around. It comes in a jar. It comes in a honey stick and a lollipop. Lick the lollipop with the rubber. Go to dzbzhoney.com and at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, Hoppe.
Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Else is afraid to say, what everyone else is afraid to say, Ryan Hoppe will say for you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Now for something completely different. Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
856-49 Hoppe. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. I've been using the website suno.com, Suno, and making songs, and here's one I made, a Hoppe Hour theme.
Laugh with Ryan's power. This is theme to Hoppe Hour. Time to laugh with Ryan's power. Wacky fun and silly jokes. Hoppe Hour loves its folks. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Yeah, he's the topper. Grab your drinks and join the crew. Crazy stories just for you. Ryan's here to make you grin. Let the Hoppe fun begin. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Laughs are never sloppy. Got your popcorn, got your drink. Turn it up and don't you blink. And Hoppe's here for you. This is theme to Hoppe Hour. Time to laugh with Ryan's power. Wacky fun and silly jokes. Hoppe Hour loves its folks. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Yeah, he's the topper. Grab your drinks and join the crew. Crazy stories just for you. Ryan's here to make you grin. Let the Hoppe fun begin. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. With Ryan Hoppe. Laughs are never sloppy. Got your popcorn, got your drink. Turn it up and don't you blink. Hoppe Hour's here to stay, making smiles every day. Radio fun around you. Ryan Hoppe's here for you.
All I did was ask Suno. I was like, hey, can you make a song for my show, Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe? And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is what I made.
Hoppe Hour, Hoppe Hour.
That's the name.
Hoppe Hour.
That's the name.
Ryan Hoppe. Yeah, he's the topper. Yeah, he's the topper. he's the topper.
Happy Hot Topic!
Alrighty. What the hell is going on with Demi Lovato?
Demi Lovato is reflecting on her, quote, traumatic childhood stardom. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter published August 14th, the Disney Channel star talks about her upcoming documentary, Child Star, which...
Just by saying Disney Channel star, you know she's going to have a hard life. Like, they could have literally just said a Disney Channel star, and you're going to go, oh, the news clip's going to be about just having a bad life.
Sheds lights on the effects of fame at a young age and opens up about her own journey with young fame, telling the outlet, I didn't realize that child stardom could be traumatic, and it isn't traumatic for everyone, but for me, it was. Demi, who started her career on Barney in 2002.
I never knew that. My mom literally did not let me watch Barney. She just did not want me to get dumbed down.
And specifically
I'll just watch Adult Swim and age 12.
mentions the Disney Channel franchise Camp Rock and how she doesn't remember much after the first movie due to hitting, quote, the threshold of what I could withstand emotionally and physically.
That's not good. Now, in my past on this show, I used to make fun of Amanda Bynes and Demi Lovato. Now I kind of feel bad.
And while looking back at her time at Disney, the 31-year-old feels sadness due to how she treated the crew. Quote, I think about people in the wardrobe department on my TV show.
They probably knew you didn't mean to. You're a brat, you're a teen, and you're working around pedophiles. And not an ideal situation.
Because I'd go in there in bad moods all the time. And I worry about guest stars that came on, or the other actors, or the people during Camp Rock too.
Here's the weird part. When she has short hair, she doesn't look great. But my goodness, when she has long hair and she's wearing a tight dress.
The singer, who starred on Disney's Sunny with a Chance, Camp Rock, and Princess Protection Program, goes on to admit she was envious of the Nickelodeon stars since they were allowed to be edgier and not placed on a pedestal.
Yeah, but they're hanging around Dan Schneider. I don't know what the pedophilia was like at Disney, because we know it exists, but are you really jealous? I mean, I know at the moment you were jealous, but there was no reason to be jealous of Dan Schneider.
At Disney, you became this instant role model, whether you liked it or not.
Well, that's true.
And because Disney Channel was so big at the time, there was also the unspoken pressure that if you did make a mistake, you knew that there were millions of people just waiting to take your spot.
That's not
but
good.
the fame didn't just affect her professional life, it also affected her relationship with her parents.
Oh, I thought she was going to say her relationship with God. I was like, thank God she didn't say that.
As she notes being the, quote, breadwinner in her family as a child. Quote, I mean, they tried to ground me, but I was an egotistical child star.
I like how she's using the word was and the word egotistical. You probably still are.
And I thought I was on top of the world. I'd be like, but I pay the bills. And what do you say to that?
I don't know, you spanker.
And while she was incredibly open during this interview, Demi gets even more candid in her upcoming documentary, where she shares more about her life and interviews stars like Drew Barrymore, Raven-Symoné, and JoJo Siwa.
Ugh, you had me with all the other ones, but then when you said JoJo Siwa, you absolutely, positively lost me. She just seems like such a brat. Like, you know when someone's a brat and you're like, whatever? But then someone's like a big brat. That's JoJo.
Happy Hot Topic!
What is next for me?
So this is Demi Lovato, why she'll never tour again on Hoppe Hour.
What is next for me? I am in the studio making new music, and I am writing a ton and recording and...
She seems pretty sober now. Good for her.
Having fun with that.
Writing, recording, but probably not touring.
I don't even know if she could sell out anymore. I'm not saying she couldn't sell out, but I don't know if she could sell out.
Lovato opening up about all things music in her latest cover story with The Hollywood Reporter, telling the mag that despite being back in studio, she might stay off stage for her next stage.
This stage of my life, I'm complete.
The 31-year-old singer admits being on the road.
She's only 31. She looks like she's 37. Man, heroin's a hell of a drug.
Takes a toll on your body.
So does heroin.
am not 15 anymore.
I've been through a lot, you know, and I'm really proud of myself.
Meanwhile, Demi is making her return to Disney.
What?
Oh, but this time she's calling the shots.
My vision was basically doing a deep dive on child stardom and the history surrounding child stars, how it affects the psyche, how it affects family dynamics.
Demi bringing that vision to life with her directorial debut, Child Stars, a Hulu documentary set to release September 17th.
Yeah.
As grateful as I am for everything that
Oh, that body is hot.
I have experienced, there is sadness and there is grief over the lack of a childhood, a normal childhood that
Yeah, that can't be ideal.
you would expect, you know, a 15, 16-year-old to have.
Something Demi has been open about since her Disney days.
You know, obviously you're growing up in front of everyone watching. So the toughest part that's been hard for me is, you know, I'm changing as a person, as
This is an 09.
I'm getting older.
I say good day, wizard. I said good day.
The reason why I wanted to come on as a co-director was because I also had a really strong vision for this film and what I wanted to bring to the table.
She seems like she means well. Like, I know she's kind of a brat, but when you're hanging around pedophiles in Disney, it's almost excused.
And it was great being able to interview people.
But not just any people. Demi's doc scored Drew Barrymore, Christina Ricci, Raven Simone, Jojo Siwa, and of course, Demi's Camp Rock counterpart, Allison Stoner.
All right. Any girl that's last name is Stoner is sexy to me. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Here is somebody who has not been in the news in a minute. What the hell is going on with Britney Spears' ex, Sam Asghari?
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that they have her approval and everything, and they do justice by her legacy because it's a really strong one.
Sam Asghari reacting to ex Britney Spears' memoir getting the big screen treatment.
On a piece and
I gotta skip over this because of copyright. Mm-hmm.
Thriller Woman and Me hitting theaters after a bidding war that reportedly cost 8 figures. As for who Sam's hoping plays him,
I just don't, I like to focus on these films, and I want to.
He's at some show for something called Jackpot on Prime.
I want to play other characters as well, so I'm really just.
He's sick of it. He's sick of hearing about being Britney Spears' ex. He's like, there's more to me, I promise.
Focusing on my craft.
his latest role going up against John Cena in Jackpot, the action comedy streaming on Prime Video Thursday.
Oh, that looks horrendous.
But first, he's stepping out at the premiere with a special +1, his mom.
So this is my mom.
Oh, she's hot. Because he dates older women, I thought it was his new girlfriend.
And growing up, we were
Fatima Asghari.
far away from each other, and now that we're all here, I want to make sure that she gets to see what I do.
What is going on? Katie, you won the lottery. And now anyone with a losing ticket that kills you before sundown gets her money.
All right, they're just showing a trailer to the movie. It looks pretty bad. 856-49-HOPPY. Speaking of older women.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Which I am the authority on. Here's Kim Kardashian. She reveals why she's single and that her kids try to set her up on dates. I could see Northwest doing that.
My kids try to set me up like they're ready now, and I'm not.
Kim Kardashian is revealing that her 4 kids are trying to set her up on dates.
I could definitely see North doing that. Her kids' names are Northwest, Saint West, Chicago West, and Psalm West. Interesting.
The 43-year-old, who makes it clear that she's not currently seeing anyone, opens up about her 4 kids, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm West, with whom she shares with ex-husband Kanye West, trying
You look at Northwest and you can definitely tell that's Kanye's kid.
to influence her dating life. The reality star shares more details on the August 14th episode of The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
That's my impersonation of Jimmy Fallon laughing at everything. Oh, he's so annoying. The worst.
talking
What's
about.
going on with the love scene? Are you seeing anyone?
Can I have sex with you after?
Oh, and I thought you meant like a love scene in a show.
She's like, oh no, just by me saying that, my mom's gonna put one in the show.
No.
You're not single.
No. My kids.
Weird cheering, man.
It's so funny because my kids try to set me up like they're ready now, and I'm not. But like,
You can say what you want about Kim. She's a good public speaker.
You're not, but they want. You're like, all right, Mom, let's go.
so particular. Like they come home, they make lists.
It's weird. I'm checking out Kim because I'm attracted to her. I always have been. It's weird. I'm like, I've seen her naked.
As for who her kids have in mind, Kim says that it depends on which one you ask.
My saint wants me.
There's that dumb laugh by Jimmy.
My saint wants me to be with like any basketball player or soccer player.
Hell yeah, she knows where the money's coming.
And I'm like, if you only knew. Like
It's a long ass list.
it's no.
Yeah.
And then like some of my kids want me to be with streamers. Like they have lists and they try to sneakily set me up and I'm like, guys, this just isn't what I want right now.
However, the mom of four says that when she's not taking their suggestions, she's bonding with her children in a different way.
How?
How's the summer going?
So good. I'm on a little solo trip with my daughter, North, to New York.
Travel solo with each kid, or do you
Shout out to North. She's so embarrassed in the back.
So cute.
I love to travel solo with each of my kids because it really is like this bonding time. I always do a soccer trip.
That's weird. Why not hang out with all your kids? The other ones probably feel left out. Oh, I know they got 7 nannies, but come on now.
With my oldest son.
He's into soccer. You have four kids. They all have different interests, or they kind of.
No, they do. One is like heavily into karate. One is just a full princess, into anything glitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can definitely tell that's Kim's kid. I'm getting bored. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773.
It was an equipment malfunction. That's why Donald Trump says it sounded as if he had a lisp during his high-profile interview with Elon Musk.
Again, it's a narcissism in Trump. Heaven forbid I might have a lisp.
With Elon Musk.
Very sad situation. Such a sad situation.
Acknowledging for the first time what the entire country heard, Trump declares, "My voice was somewhat different and strange." He blamed it on the complexity of modern-day equipment.
I mean, he's not wrong. Also, I think the server, there's so many people watching, I don't think Elon knows how to run a website.
And he posted a new recording of the interview with this comment. Enjoy. Here's the original.
Very sad situation. Such a sad situation.
What is that, Donald Tyson?
And here's Trump's new version.
Very sad situation. Such a sad situation.
He still had a situation.
What do you think? Trump returns to the campaign trail today with a rally in North Carolina.
Alrighty. I care. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. As much as I can't stand Taylor Swift, this next headline is kind of upsetting.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I love that opening music to Inside Edition. Do, 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 do.
Tomorrow we'll be in London as Taylor Swift kicks off her shows at Wembley Stadium with beefed up security due to that foiled terror attack in Vienna. But one thing you won't be seeing are scenes like this. Thousands of Swifties taking over an entire hillside. Because of security concerns, those epic celebrations outside stadiums are now a thing of the past.
That sucks.
Worries over terrorism at Taylor Swift's 5 shows at Wembley Stadium are causing major changes.
Yeah. Terrorists ruin flying and going to airports, and now they're ruining concerts.
Unlike shows in the past, Swifties will now not be allowed to gather outside the stadium before the show.
That sucks.
The arena is saying, listen, it's not safe for you guys to come and hang out here.
Remember Mount Swifty? 72,000 fans camped out of Taylor's concert in Munich a few weeks ago.
You know, the people that went there are probably grateful that they got to, because it'll never happen again.
Who couldn't get into the stadium. That won't be allowed either.
Alrighty. That sucks. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. OnlyFans model who went viral after flashing breasts in New York Dublin portal discuss internet after having sex on father's grave. I don't know, man. Like, one of the main reasons why I got off of dating apps was the fact that all it is nowadays is just these OnlyFans imbeciles. Now, if that's what you want to do with your body, I'll go right ahead. I get it. It's easy money. But you are a tramp. You are an imbecile. You are a dirty, rotten, insert word here, if you are having sex on your dad's grave. No. I'm not saying, like, I don't watch porn, but I've definitely watched a lot less since getting older. And it's just weird. You're watching other people have sex, and you're like, I want to have sex. And you get not jealous, but there's no appeal to it anymore. 10 years ago, I was watching it twice a day. I was keeping Pornhub in business. Nowadays, not so much. This next headline is very interesting. Right here.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Bristol Palin.
Bristol Palin is expressing her heartbreak over her 15-year-old son, Trip, moving out of their Texas home. In an Instagram Stories post on August 14th, the 33-year-old shares a photo of her two daughters, 8-year-old Sailor Grace and 7-year-old Atlee Bay, whom she shares with ex-husband Dakota Meyer, on their first day of school. But her oldest son, Trip, whom she shares with former fiancé Levi Johnson, is missing from the photo. Bristol explains in the photo, quote, "This has been the hardest first day of school yet, with one of the biggest pieces of my heart missing. Trip has decided to finish out high school in Alaska to be closer to his dad and our entire family. If you know Trip, you know he lives for hunting, fishing, and I honestly can't blame him for wanting to be back home."
This feels like you're airing a little bit too much of your dirty laundry.
Bristol cites her son's age and desire to be with his dad as one of the deciding factors in his move. She writes, quote, "As difficult as it has been to come to grips with this decision, it is truly not about what I want."
No, it's not.
He's almost 16 years old, and that relationship with his dad is a lot more important than my own selfish desires of having him with his mama forever.
Alrighty. That's why I'm glad I didn't have kids. Got a vasectomy. I don't have to get attached to that.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
What's going on with outer space?
NASA is giving an update on 2 Americans who are stranded in space. During an August 14th teleconference, NASA gave an update on their 2 crew members, Barry Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams, who have been stranded on the International Space Station since early June due to malfunctions on their spacecraft Boeing Starliner. With Chief of the Astronaut Office at NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Joe Acaba, noting unexpected delays are something for which astronauts prepare.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you want it to happen.
He says, quote, "It's part of our jobs. We realize that launch dates may slip, mission durations may change in real time. So again, as professionals, they're doing great."
Oh, I bet they love being up there. Of course NASA's going to say that. NASA's screwed up, so they're going to defend themselves.
A formal review will be conducted within the last 2 weeks of August to figure out the best possible way to get the astronauts home. After that analysis, they'll either try to fix the issues of the Starliner, which includes propulsion-related plumbing problems and 5 failed thrusters on board the ship, or they'll use one of SpaceX's Dragon capsules to bring them back to Earth. If the latter option is chosen, the 2 astronauts will need to stay on the ISS and wait for 6 more months until February 2025.
That sucks. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. KFC revamps its $5 meal battle as it battles against McDonald's and Wendy's. I love how all these fast food joints are coming up with these meals and deals, and it's like fast food's supposed to be cheap. It's fast food. It's not good. Anna Paulina Luna's response to a video of her in a MAGA swimsuit sparks a social media meltdown. Anna Paulina Luna is a politician from Florida who's Republican, and my goodness, she might just make me Republican. She is quite the looker. She's a very good-looking girl. 856-49-HOPPE. I'm just doing a speed round before we go to break. John Mulaney's ex, Anna Marie Tendler, admits she wants to die 3 years after their split as she opens up about devastating IVF journey. John Mulaney's ex, Anna Marie Tendler, has admitted she wants to die after they split up as she's having a hard IVF journey. The 39-year-old got candid in her tell-all memoir, Men Have Called Her Crazy, as she confesses she still feels like dying after the breakup. Despite not naming the 41-year-old, fans assume she was referring to the actor, as she has yet to not publicly move on. Like, that's gotta suck. You're trying to have a kid, and then he already has one with the woman that he cheated on you with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My mom was in town last week, and she was watching John Mulaney, and I'm like, you're not funny. Listen, I'm not saying that I'm on either side of John Mulaney's ex or John Mulaney, but she just looks psychotic. If you're putting on your book title, Men Have Called Her Crazy, you're probably crazy, and not like good crazy. There's something called being in the moment crazy, like where you're wild and all over the place. But then there's also moments where you're kind of like psychotic crazy. I never defend cheating, but John Mulaney's a narcissist, and he probably didn't want to deal with you. You're washed up. You're not Olivia. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. This show is for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or the U.K. As long as you're listening to my show, that's all that matters. We will be right back. Do not touch that radio dial or that streaming device. However the hell you're listening to Hoppe Hour. We will be right back. Hang on.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Okay, boomer, 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 okay.
Yeah. I found a new OK Boomer drop. How about this one?
Okay, boomer.
Same one.
Boomer,
oh, shit. This should be a song. Sounds like Lil Gang Gang. Lil Pump. Gang Gang Gang. Whatever that song was. Alrighty. If you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip forward. Let's see here. You can skip forward 4 minutes. But this song, there's this account on YouTube that plays unlicensed Florida rap, so none of it can give me a copyright strike. So I'm excited. It's Florida Boy 954 on YouTube. And let me see here. He has 3,600 songs. Because I was running out of songs to play. I was playing the songs I grew up listening to. But here's the song that was from Palm Beach in 2005. It's In the South with 2 Slabs.
You know what I'm talking about? This be your boy Eric B representing 2 Slaps in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? Representing Palm Beach County. In the South, all my people in the bottom know what I'm talking about. Hey, Palm Beach gotta stand up. The 566 committee. Y'all know who we talking about, know what I'm talking about. In the South, this how we do it. We tote them things. Yeah, we talking about.
We off the chain in the South. Yeah, Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. All of a sudden, now they wanna be Southern, talking like us and biting our style, rapping by thugging. All of a sudden, now they win permanent goals, permanent hassle with froze, lock up and grows. Now everybody wanna bounce and get crunk, put loud music in they trunk and 24s in the dome. The South started all that partner, so fuck what you heard, cause we the original pioneers of grace in the curve. All of a sudden, now the South, what they loving, now they giving us our respect. But we been out here hustling, putting the bottom on the map, cause we underrated as ever. Unfaded but underestimated by crackers that's jealous. Can't tell us nothing, my nigga, till they walk in my shoes. They'll never know the reason I be breaking the rules and making the news, cause I ain't got nothing to lose. And they wonder why I go off like a blowed out fuse. And yeah, we off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South.
Feel like my back against the wall, steady stressing by niggas from territories, different cities and regions. I done heard it by every store. People selling knives, switching on the one they should be back and acting happy and dapping. When really they don't know what's happening. That's the streets talking. Question our lyrics and all our slang. How we living this and that, where do they hang? Now I ain't hating or nothing. This subject should be well addressed. Been on my mind for a long time, so get it off your chest, yeah. I'm from the South, I'm finna rep shit. Executives ain't give us no play back in the 90s, but they knocking out. We independent, selling units out our speaker box without no major stations or no video, just shoes and socks. Doing the footwork off our own muscle, dog. New York labels can't release a Southern artist without falling off. Stick to my skirt, handle my own like a grown man. 2 Slaps for life, we take it serious by our Southern land of South.
We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South.
We in the South, we riding dirty on them things. We dying for our folks, so them they can get anything. All my niggas on the corners represent the South. Go get that money, let them know what the bottom's about. The South, in 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 the South.
They say the South ain't got talent, my nigga. 2 Slaps is living proof that most of the strongest artists come from the roots. Straight from the bottom of Florida, Palm Beach is running the streets. We moving units out the trunk, fuck the industry. The South is wet as by, we holding it down, man. It's all gravy, they criticize, we maintain. I see y'all haters trying to copy my image when y'all ain't never had hand-me-downs. Yeah, I'm offended, yeah. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South. We off the chain in the South. Boy, we Trilly in the South. We tote them things in the South. We rock that Trilly in the South.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre and post workout in the game. Here's the deal. At checkout, use keyword Ryan, RYAN 20. At checkout at Fortify.com, FORTIFEYE.com. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com. When I tell you that he is the best MMA trainer in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. This is also being brought to you by Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop at RichKBarber.com. Sign up for a haircut at richkbarber.com. Go to Rich Keeley Master Barbershop at Salon Loft on Kennedy Boulevard, right next door to McDonald's in Tampa. And save $10. This is also being brought to you by WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all the Bay Area. And counselingoncall.net. You need to get your mental health worked on, and you live in Florida or Maryland, go to counselingoncall.net. All right, we're going to come back and wrap this party up after this. And a new world premiere of a song I made in 5 seconds on Suno.com.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Now for something completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
H-O-P-P-E radio, let's go. Money vibes always to the show. Happy hour, wake the crowd. Mic's on fire, volume real loud. Ryan bringing heat like a summer sun. Morning show podcast, time for fun. Turn it up, this Hoppe Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local. Syndicated, dream for coast to coast. Ryan Hoppe, host with the most. Podcast radio, hit that stream. Morning hustle, chasing that dream. Turn it up, it's Hoppe Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local. Syndicated dreams, we coast to coast. Ryan Hoppe, host with the most. Podcast radio, hit that stream. Morning hustle, chasing that dream. Turn it up, it's Hoppe Hour. Ryan got that podcast power. Syndicated, we go global. Living large, never staying local. H-O-P-P-E, come see. Morning jolt, your coffee and me. Chilling with Ryan, life on high. Morning madness, touch the sky. Happy hot topic.
Kaylee Cuoco and Tom Pelphrey are engaged. The flight attendant star and Oz.
That was supposed to be my girl. She's the only reason you would ever watch, what do you call it? The good old show known as, what's it called? Oh yeah, that's right, Big Bang Theory.
Ozark actor who have been together for 2 years and share 1-year-old daughter Matilda are officially taking their relationship to the next level.
Nah, this will end after 2 years.
Kaylee shares the exciting news on her Instagram stories August 14th, posting a selfie of her and Tom while she holds up her hand sporting a ring on that finger.
I don't think it's going to last because she goes through relationship after relationship. And here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she's probably hard to be around.
Captioning the pic, amazing weekend. The Big Bang alum then gives a close-up view of her new rock, captioning a video of the ring saying, "What a wild, beautiful journey life can be. Grateful for every road that led me straight to you, Tom."
That makes every other ex feel so irreplaceable.
Pelphrey. The 38-year-old then reveals that her now fiancé actually helped design the unique ring, calling it a once-in-a-lifetime slice of perfection, ending her caption writing, "My heart can't take it. Thank you." Kaylee and Tom first began dating in 2022.
She's dating the crazy brother from Ozark.
Going on to welcome their first child together, daughter Matilda, in March 2023. However, this happy news may come as a surprise to fans, as Kaylee previously said she would never tie the knot again.
That's what they all say.
The flight
And then she'll break up with this guy and then say, I'll never do it again.
attendant actress was married to pro tennis player Ryan Sweeting from 2013 to 2016, and then married Olympic equestrian Carl Cook in 2018 before finalizing their divorce in June 2022.
So she probably cheated on this guy with the current guy. She really gets around.
Telling Glamour in an April 2022 interview, "I will never get married again. Absolutely not. You can literally put that on the cover."
Nah. Because you're a sociopath and you need to be with somebody.
However, Kaylee didn't completely shut down the idea of a future romance, saying, "I would love to have a long-lasting relationship or a partnership."
She's probably just bored as hell because Big Bang Theory ended. Whatever, we're going to move on. This next headline is sad. I always despised John and Kate +8, specifically that dirty, rotten imbecile known as Kate.
Happy hot topic!
Colin Gosselin is revealing where he stands with his estranged siblings. The 20-year-old son of John Gosselin and his ex-wife Kate Gosselin has been estranged from 6 of his 7 brothers and sisters since moving in with his dad in 2018.
He seems like the most normal out of all of them. Maybe the dad's a little more normal. I'm not saying John's a good person, but probably better than Kate.
Following a 2-year stint in a facility his mother placed him in. However, Colin is now sharing how he really feels about his family members. In a new interview with Entertainment Tonight on August 13th, Colin says, quote, "I love my siblings very, very much. I would never hurt them.
Oh, that's good.
I would never trash their names in the media.
They can do what they want, but you're classy.
But what I do believe is that my mother's behind things they say in the media.
Yeah, your mom's a bitch. A sociopath.
She's behind their opinion of me. I think
she's the one with the money and they got to kiss her ass.
If we knew each other today, we'd be very good friends." E! News has reached out to Kate for comment on Colin's latest claims and has not yet heard back.
Of course, because she's a bitch. She'll talk about everybody else.
John and Kate, who split in 2009, share 23-year-old twins Kara and Madeline.
Whatever. What a tramp Kate is.
And 20-year-old sextuplets Colin, Leah, Alexis, Aiden, Joel, and Hannah.
Oh, way too many kids.
Hannah, who also lives with her dad John, is the only sibling that Colin has communication with.
And they seem like the most normal.
Colin goes on to say that his mother accused him of destroying their family.
No, you destroyed the family, you dumb bitch.
Noting that he believes he was put in the institution in 2016, quote, to protect her reputation. As he recalls in the interview, he didn't even say goodbye to his siblings, noting, quote, "I didn't know it was goodbye."
Maybe it's for the best, to be honest.
Colin's mom, Kate, previously refuted the claims about why he was sent away, emphasizing in a 2023 statement on Instagram that it was due to safety. At the time, she writes, quote, "My son Colin, whom I love with all my heart, has received multiple psychiatric diagnoses
It's maybe not something you should be talking about publicly, you dumb bitch.
over the years. For the safety of myself,
I'd go crazy too if that was my mom.
His brothers and sisters, and for his own well-being, he was placed in a facility following years of outpatient treatment."
Poor kid. Kate's one of those women that's just going to burn in hell, even though it's not real.
And we have breaking news. ABC News just learned arrests have been made stemming from the death of Friends actor Matthew Perry. Perry died last October after he was found underwater in his hot tub. His death was ruled the result of the drug ketamine. Now federal charges have been filed in the case. Let's bring in ABC's
Why?
to Alex Stone in Los Angeles for more. Alex, what's the latest and what do we know about these arrests?
Well, Diane, this is breaking right now. We have just confirmed a moment ago that an operation that went on overnight to make arrests in this case concluded a few minutes ago. There is going to be an announcement, an official announcement made in a couple of hours from now. that there have been arrests and that federal charges have been filed. We have known that this investigation had been underway for quite a while, a number of months. The LAPD.
He's got that announcer voice. We got to work at ABC News and talk all official.
The DEA, the U.S. Postal Service being involved, maybe that mail was involved to get the ketamine to Matthew Perry. But now after many months of investigating led by the DEA, now we know charges have been filed.
Alex, what do you know about how this investigation unfolded?
Are they going to arrest the plumber that built the hot tub?
You know, what initially looked like maybe an accident now turning into arrests being made.
Well, it was ruled to have been an accident by the medical examiner here in Los Angeles County. So it is still...
But then they realized it's Matthew Perry, and they're like, we got to make a bigger deal out of this.
Seen as an accident, but
he's not just any everyday junkie.
It is a question of where did that ketamine come from? We know that he was getting ketamine treatment, a therapy.
Anybody who's giving drugs to celebrities, if it's Michael Jackson and the Propofol or this Matthew Perry thing, you got to be careful because it might bite you in the ass.
Therapeutic level of ketamine treatment, and that this went beyond that it was being used in a recreational sense.
Yeah, we know Matthew was a junkie. Sorry.
He was in a hot tub. It is believed he took it, then went underwater, and then never came back above the water, went unconscious and went under.
Dying.
So it's been a question of where it came from and what the source of the ketamine was, and the investigation going through the tree of who could have given it to him, who was the supplier before that, who gave it to that supplier.
All right, so they're just trying to figure it out, and there's nothing. No.
Colin Kaepernick could be headed back to the NFL as a coach.
So I've been really reflecting on it because it was like early MAGA rage of everybody getting mad about it. Oh, no, he kneeled during the anthem. You're just racist morons.
The new LA Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh is reportedly offering
him what?
Kaepernick a position on his staff. Now, if Kaepernick accepts, it would be his first time back on an NFL sideline since suing the league and accusing owners of colluding to keep him off their rosters.
Every MAGA person's like, I'm not going to be a Chargers fan. No one's going to be a Chargers fan.
Kaepernick took Harbaugh's San Francisco 49ers to a Super Bowl before opting out of his contract. He struggled to then find another team after kneeling during the national anthem, sparking a protest movement against police brutality.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. No offense.
Now he's reportedly considering Harbaugh's offer to return as a coach. ABC News contributors here.
All right, so there's nothing really new about it. And I'm the one that contributes the opinions, not those.
The inflation rate cooled in July. It's now at its lowest level since the pandemic ended.
Oh, wow. You don't notice that if you go grocery shopping. It's the same. Shoot. I almost swore. It's the same at the gas pumps. It can be down all you want. Oh, no, it's down 0.5%. Congrats.
The consumer price index dropped to 2.9%. That's down from 3% in June.
Oh, wow.
It's the first time the
it's down 0.4%. No way.
Index dipped beneath 3% since March of 2021. The key economic indicator does raise pressure on the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates as soon as next month.
They probably won't. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773. I can't stand Stephen A. Smith, but he was correct about that side chick known as Kamala.
Now, Joe Biden stepped aside as the presumptive Democratic nominee on July 21st. Okay? Now I'm going to look at this right now. I'm looking at my calendar because I just want to make sure. You know, July 21st was a Sunday. We've had 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 1 day since Joe Biden stepped aside. The only damn place we've seen Kamala Harris is at pep rallies. What's up? Somebody got to say something. And it can't just be the conservatives. Right is right. I'm talking to my sister here. Come on now. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. You got my vote. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. What you hiding for? And I mean hiding in plain sight. Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say it. Now, you can't be running for the presidency of the United States. Not one single press conference. Not one single.
Yeah, she's going to be the worst president ever. So would Trump, but We literally have heard nothing from her, and she's earned it. Oh, wait, that's right. She didn't go through a primary. She didn't earn it. You know how she got ahead? By giving head.
One-on-one, sit-down interview where somebody gets to question you about the questions that we ask. That's not fair. That's not fair. And if you're
None of this has been fair.
conservative and you
She's a career side chick.
out there lambasting her for it, ridiculing her for it, trying to torment her for it or whatever, it is perfectly within your right to do so. All of you anti-conservatives out there, shut the hell up. That's a valid point. It ain't valid to bring up a blackness or an Indian heritage.
He's smarter when he's not talking about LeBron's better than Jordan.
And to try to point to things of that nature. That's nonsense. But to ask her about
Preach,
her record,
brother.
because she is attached to the Biden record.
Alrighty. I saw this.
Sammy Sheen has gone under the knife again.
Why is a 20-year-old having plastic surgery? You look terrible.
The 20-year-old daughter of Charlie Sheen and Denise Richards gets a nose job and documents her whole journey on TikTok.
Why would you? I don't get young people that look beautiful that get it. You look terrible. I think Noah Cyrus had some. You look like garbage.
In the video, she shares the process with multiple pics, including why she wanted a nose job in the first place. In the first pic, the OnlyFans star says, "I've wanted a nose job for the past 5 years."
Since you're 15, you got daddy issues. That's why. Whatever. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vaso says she gets D pics and foot fetishes in my DMs. Oh, isn't that delightful? Also here, Charles Barkley returning to TNT could costed me $100 million.
But the number one thing for me is my people at Turner get to keep their jobs for at least another year. That's all I was concerned with.
Charles, how much money do you think that you left on the table in making that decision concerned about others?
A minimum of $100 million.
Jeez.
A minimum.
Man.
Yeah, because I imagine it was a lot of fun to be you recently, right? In free agency, that had to feel good even as you're thinking to yourself in these meetings, because I talked to you a little bit at least. You're like, I'm not.
Yeah, 100%. It was a great feeling. And I want to thank all those networks for reaching out to me. It was really humbling and cool. It was humbling and cool. And so I really, it was really humbling and cool, to be honest with you. But I wasn't even like I said, Dan, even though they were throwing crazy numbers, I was like, damn.
Alrighty. Finally. So I worked in Cleveland radio 10 years ago. I worked for Rover's Morning Glory. And yesterday I really ripped into Alan Cox, that piece of garbage that does afternoons at 100.7 WMMS. There is one good guy in Cleveland radio, and that is Jimmy Malone from the Lanigan and Malone show, legendary show. And then he did mornings with Mark Nolan. And then he did AM radio, and he got let go. And here's the report on that.
12 minutes past the hour right now. A longtime voice on Cleveland radio airwaves says he was fired without any warning.
That's how radio works. It's unfortunate.
For more than 3 decades, longtime radio host Jimmy Malone is out of the WTM radio booth and wants to tell his listeners why.
It's really sad. Jimmy Malone is a really good dude, like a legend.
Our Bryant McCrae sat down with him this afternoon.
I'll play this.
Just walked in with no warning and said you're fired and have a nice. I think they said have a nice day. You know.
Longtime radio host Jimmy Malone, now out of a job after more than 30 years in Cleveland radio. He says his firing came as a surprise. The radio executives telling him the station was cutting back on cost.
Never a scandal, never a discipline problem. I was never even late to work in the whole 30 years.
Malone, who began his career as a stand-up comedian,
why do you listen to Lanigan, Webster, and Malone?
Made his first radio appearance in the early 90s on the Lanigan and Webster Show on Magic 105.7. He quickly became a household name.
For a guy with no experience who just jumped into radio to get that kind of support, I've been grateful every single day for that.
Malone, now in his 70s, modest about his career, says he's had the job of a lifetime.
Like I've interviewed everybody from Barack Obama to Hillary Clinton to Tom Hanks.
But beyond the celebrities, he says it's the people he interviewed in Cleveland he'll miss the most.
That's the thing is guys like Rover and Alan Cox pretend they're in a bigger city, but Jimmy Malone embraced Cleveland.
Most people don't get to do what I do or what I did. So again, I'm grateful for that. And my regret is that it just didn't end with a little bit more respect, a little dignity.
That's the problem with radio. Here's the thing. All the radio executives, I know you need to cut costs. But what happens is you're going to lose listeners. But it just feels like the companies are trying to stay afloat and not go out of business. I get it. That's why I'm very proud to own this show. All right. Happy hour is about to end. I got a funny song to end the show with, but go to every single major platform that has a podcast and search up Hoppe Radio, Hoppe Radio. You can listen to me on Podcast Radio and on Z Radio Live, and I'm on all social media at Ryan Hoppe Radio, RyanHoppeRadio.com. Call me, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. And that is about it. I record for the hard-working average Joe and Jane that grind in life. I don't care if you live in the U.S. or you live in the U.K. As long as you're listening to my show, that's all that matters. Here is the world premiere of Hoppe's Over right now on Hoppe Hour.
Tick-tock, clocks a joke, we're playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Like clockwork to a show, and now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine, the void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speaker, silent vibe coming to an end, like a rollercoaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour. And like that, he's gone.
Hoppe Hour is now over.
Hoppe Hour is now over.